Part 1. The End of the Beginning. In a small town, there was a young man named Jack. His life was going well, except his heart was broken. His girlfriend, Emma, whom he loved deeply, told him they couldn't be together anymore. Jack was confused and didn't understand what suddenly went wrong. But why, Emma? Weren't we happy together? Jack. Sometimes things can only be felt, not explained. I just don't feel the same way anymore. Jack's mind raced with memories of their time together. They had met at a local coffee shop 2 years ago. It was love at first sight. They shared everything. Laughs, dreams, and even their fears. But now, Emma's words felt like a cold wind, blowing away all the warmth of their love. Is there someone else? No, it's not about someone else. It's about me needing to find myself. I'm sorry, Jack. As Emma walked away, Jack stood there, feeling like his whole world was crumbling. He didn't know how to pick up the pieces of his broken heart. Part 2. The Journey of Healing. Jack spent the next few days in a daze, replaying their last conversation over and over in his head. He couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, and couldn't find joy in the things he used to love. His friends tried to cheer him up, but nothing seemed to work. One evening, Jack's best friend, Mike, convinced him to go for a walk. As they strolled through the park, Mike shared his own story of heartbreak and how he moved on. Mike. You know, Jack, it's okay to feel sad. It's part of the healing. But you can't let it define you. You've got to find something that makes you happy again. Jack nodded, taking in Mike's words. He realized that he had been so focused on his relationship with Emma that he had forgotten about his own dreams and passions. In the following weeks, Jack started to pick up his old guitar, something he hadn't done since he met Emma. He began writing songs, pouring his emotions into the music. It was therapeutic, and for the first time in a long time, he felt a sense of peace. Part 3. New Beginnings. Months passed, and Jack's music started to gain attention. He was invited to play at local bars and even recorded a few tracks. His heart still ached when he thought of Emma, but he was no longer consumed by the pain. One night, after a gig, a girl approached him. Her name was Lucy, and she had been captivated by his performance. They talked for hours, and Jack felt a connection he hadn't felt in a long time. Lucy. Your music. It's like you're telling my story too. Jack. Maybe that's because we've all been there, in one way or another. As they parted ways, Lucy gave Jack a piece of paper with her number on it. Jack smiled, feeling hopeful for the first time since the breakup. Part 4. Full circle. A year had gone by, and Jack's music career was thriving. He had learned to embrace his past with Emma as a part of his journey. And now, with Lucy by his side, he looked forward to the future. One day, while performing at a festival, Jack saw Emma in the crowd. Their eyes met, and for a moment, time stood still. After the show, Emma came up to him. Emma. I heard your songs on the radio. They're beautiful, Jack. Jack. Thank you, Emma. I guess we both needed to find our paths. They hugged, a genuine embrace that spoke of forgiveness and understanding. As Emma walked away, Jack felt a sense of closure. He turned to Lucy, took her hand, and together, they walked towards the setting sun, ready for whatever melody life had in store for them. Part 5. The Song of Life. Jack's life had taken a turn he never expected. Music wasn't just a hobby anymore, it was his life's work. He and Lucy had started writing songs together, and their collaboration brought a new depth to his music. Lucy. You know, every song tells a story. And every story has its own rhythm. Jack. Yeah, and every rhythm leads to a new dance. They spent their days creating melodies that reflected their experiences, their love, and their dreams. Jack's heartache had turned into a source of inspiration, and his songs resonated with people who had faced similar challenges. Part 6. The unexpected reunion. During a concert in a bustling city, Jack spotted a familiar face in the audience. It was Emma's brother, Ethan. After the show, Ethan approached Jack with a smile. Ethan. Hey, Jack. Emma told me about your music. I had to come see for myself. Jack. It's good to see you, Ethan. How's Emma? Ethan. She's doing well. She's started her own business, and it's really taking off. Jack felt a sense of pride for Emma. They had both found their way after all. Part 7. The Harmony of Hearts. As time went on, Jack and Lucy's bond grew stronger. They traveled together, performing in different cities and sharing their music with the world. Jack had found a partner in Lucy, not just in music, but in life. One evening, under the stars, Jack took Lucy's hand and whispered, "With you, every day is a new verse in our song." Lucy. And with you, I want to keep singing forever. They knew that life would have its ups and downs, but as long as they had each other, they could face anything. Part 8. Echoes of the Past. As Jack and Lucy's tour continued, they found themselves in Jack's hometown. The place was filled with memories, both sweet and bitter. It was here that Jack and Emma had dreamed of a future together, and it was here that those dreams had shattered. But now, Jack was back, not to reminisce about the past, but to create new memories. The town welcomed him with open arms, proud of the local boy who had made it big. Part 9. A twist of fate. During a performance, a familiar melody caught Jack's ear. It was a song he and Emma had written together, one they had never performed publicly. To his surprise, Lucy began singing it on stage, her voice giving new life to the old tune. After the show, Jack asked Lucy how she knew the song. Lucy. I found it in your notebook. It's beautiful, Jack. I thought it deserved to be heard. Jack smiled, realizing that letting go of the past didn't mean forgetting it. It meant giving it a new meaning. Part 10. the album of life. Inspired by their journey, Jack and Lucy decided to record an album. They called it The Album of Life, a collection of songs that told stories of love, loss, and the beauty of moving on. The album was a hit, and their music touched the hearts of many. Jack's story of heartbreak was now a tale of hope, encouraging others to find their own path to happiness. Part 11. The final verse. The tour had come to an end, and Jack and Lucy returned home, their hearts full of memories and their minds buzzing with new song ideas. They had traveled the world, shared their music, and touched lives. But now, it was time to reflect and rest. As they sat in their cozy studio, surrounded by instruments and lyrics scribbled on paper, Jack realized how far he had come. The pain of the past was now just a distant echo, a reminder of the lessons learned and the strength gained. Lucy. What's next for us, Jack? Jack. We keep creating, keep loving, and keep living. We've got a whole life ahead of us, and I can't wait to see what's in store. With that, they began to work on their next project, an acoustic album that would capture the essence of their journey. It was a tribute to the past and a toast to the future. Part 12. A New Dawn. Months later, the album was released to critical acclaim. It was raw, honest, and beautiful. Fans around the world connected with its message of resilience and hope. Jack and Lucy's love for each other had grown deeper, their partnership stronger. They had become more than just musicians. They were storytellers, healers, and dreamers. As Jack looked out the window at the sunrise, he felt a sense of contentment. He had found his voice, his love, and his path. And as the first light of dawn painted the sky, he knew that every ending was just the start of a new beginning. And so, Jack's story concludes, not with a goodbye, but with a promise of new adventures, new songs, and new stories to tell.